My name is Kristie Swenson, and I grew up on a family farm in southwestern Minnesota. I am actually the third generation to live and work on this family farm. We raise GMO corn and soybeans on our farm, and GMO stands for genetically modified organism. When my grandpa came over from Germany, he would go out in the fall and he would pick the longest ears and the ears that were the biggest around, and he would save those as seed for the next season. He would hand shell them and he would plant those kernels of corn the next season. So my grandpa was genetically selecting the crops that he was going to plant the next year. And what's happening now is that process has simply been taken out of the field and into the laboratory. The process that they're doing in the lab is basically taking other naturally occurring proteins and putting them into corn. Part of the reason that we use GMOs is because they are more resistant to bugs and insects. The insects don't find them as appetizing. GMO crops also let us have cleaner air and cleaner water because we aren't spraying the amounts of chemicals, insecticides, pesticides, and herbicides that we used to spray before GMO crops came here. We learned so much by living and working on a family farm. We learned about responsibility. We learned about the whole cycle of how plants grow. We learn about how to produce the safest, healthiest plants we can. We learn about our impact on the environment and what we can do to reduce that impact. We want to leave this farm in better shape than we found it. So we're very concerned about the safety of the whole food chain with the crops that we raise. We want to make sure that it's safe for the livestock, and in turn, then it will be safe for consumers. When you think about what you buy in the grocery store, there are so many levels of testing and food security and so many rules and regulations that farmers have to follow. And all these rules and regulations are set by different organizations, the USDA, the EPA. There's so many different things that farmers have to do to ensure that we are producing safe, quality food to put on consumers' tables.